To this, Glucosamine and Chondroitin. Let me see the numbers here. An astonishing 1,029 reviews, perfect 5-star. We say taking care of your joints to help feel a difference, youthful elasticity, maintenance and repair of healthy joint tissue. When you got out of bed this morning, was there anything that hurt? Was there anything that ached? Maybe it's, you know, elbows or neck or hips. There's knees, for me, is the big one. That's why I started taking it. I've always struggled with my knees for some reason. I had surgery on them and I just always struggled with them. This is a product that for me has made a huge difference, a massive difference. And there's a lot to understand. This is different to what you find in most stores. You go to the big box store and you search for Glucosamine Chondroitin. This is not the same, and we'll certainly explain why and how. But again, the experience that folks have had using this is what sells this to those that are watching. I certainly want to take you through the pricing because Andrew is as dedicated to creating great values as he is dedicated to creating the best vitamins and supplements in this world. There's 150, 300, 600, or a 900 caps. After today, the 900 caps will not be available. It's a specialty size done for a special day. It basically brings it down to little more than, what, a dime per capsule, so really affordable at $119.90. But Andrew, I almost take a step back from talking about the price because at any price, the results I've experienced would be worth it.
And again, this is like circulation vein support. Over 80% are 5-star reviews. Over 90% are 4- and 5-star reviews. So it's a product that performs. And we've all heard about Glucosamine and Chondroitin for a long time. Probably for most people, 10, 15 years or so. I introduced my first glucosamine product, and I had used it previously, but first production was September of 1979, wow, which would be, this year it'll be 42 years ago, amazing, over 41 years ago. So that's why I date myself when I talk about a product like this. But Glucosamine and Chondroitin, I could read the reviews, but I think for me, I love to read the science because the science is what, that's the underpinnings, that's the foundation behind the rationale that Glucosamine and Chondroitin are beneficial. Unfortunately, most products on the market, they violate the science. Unfortunately, they use another form of glucosamine, not glucosamine sulfate. Most glucosamine products use glucosamine hydrochloride, and glucosamine hydrochloride doesn't deliver the same benefits. But just looking at some of the science here, in case you think that this is an ingredient that doesn't have some serious support, I had read this a little while ago. The American Academy of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, the authors of yet another review concluded that enough data exist in the literature to prove that both glucosamine and chondroitin have a significant effect on at least discomfort and function, and may have an effect on delaying cartilage degradation. Normal process. All of us, we degrade our cartilage over the course of our lifetime. So, and that's based upon x-rays. So from orthopedic nursing, the National Institutes of Health found in participants with moderate to severe discomfort, glucosamine combined with chondroitin sulfate provided statistically significant relief compared with placebo. Orthopedic nursing, the study of 45 patients found that glucosamine is definitely, not possibly or probably, definitely useful in decreasing discomfort and improving functional ability and joint mobility so as to enhance the quality of life of patients with normal age-related changes in joint comfort and function of the knee. Probably the reviews we get, I'd say knees, hips, and hands are what we hear about most. From orthopedic nursing, patients with symptomatic normal age-related changes in joint comfort and function of the knees should be educated that glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate have been shown to have discomfort-relieving benefits, as well as possibly delaying joint space narrowing, indicative of normal age-related changes in joint comfort and function. So that's what they're telling nurses and physicians to inform their doctors, to inform their patients, rather. Australian family physician, glucosamine is naturally produced in humans and is a substrate used to make articular cartilage. Our body uses glucosamine to make cartilage. Overall, several systematic reviews found that glucosamine sulfate in doses of 1,500 milligrams per day is effective and safe in reducing discomfort and improving function, in particular in mild to moderate normal age-related changes in joint comfort and function of the knee from clinical rheumatology. Based on the available literature, the updated 2010 Osteoarthritis Research Society International recommendations have maintained the decision made in 2008 that glucosamine and/or chondroitin sulfate, better if they're both there, may provide symptomatic relief in normal age-related changes in joint comfort and function of the knee with possible structure-modifying effects. Scientific reports, the failure of conventional treatments, analgesics or nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs to regenerate or slow the degradation of damaged cartilage, combined with their frequent adverse side effects, may explain the increasing use of therapies such as chondroitin and glucosamine, again, because they have structure-modifying effects. European Journal of Physical and Rehabilitative Medicine, in cases of articular cartilage damage or less serious joint pathologies of traumatic origin, it has been observed that the combination of glucosamine sulfate and chondroitin sulfate can significantly reduce discomfort and improve joint function. This is achieved by improving cartilage metabolism and acting as a protective action, so preventing any worsening. I'll skip ahead here. A combination from the Journal of Family Practice, a combination of glucosamine and chondroitin should be considered viable first-line joint support nutrients. Be sure to tell your patients to purchase glucosamine sulfate, not glucosamine hydrochloride. I could continue. The science is compelling, and if a product is made correctly following the science, the benefits are there. And what I want to underscore, this product is not at a disadvantage because it's not a drug. Drugs come with side effects. Drugs have powerful benefits. This is not intended to be a drug. This is not a drug. But what this does have is this has structure-modifying benefits because just as calcium is integral to the structure of your bones and will help to improve the structure of your bones, glucosamine and chondroitin are vital structural components of our joints, of the elastic, flexible tissues of our joints, that as we get older, they change and they need our support and a little bit of attention.
Well, that large size, just so everybody can get a visual, the 900 caps is a lot. And Andrew, this size is not something we do, right? It's only for today.
Yes, the 900 supply is something, and again, I think because this is such a popular product, we're going to do an even larger size when we do a Today Special next year.
Wow.
Because you could take, I recommend you take 4 or 5 capsules daily. Some folks, because it's both glucosamine and chondroitin, will take just 1 or 2 capsules daily. But if you're really following the science, you're going to be taking 4 or 5 capsules daily. Again, even though glucosamine and chondroitin can upset your stomach in a typical product, it will not in our product. Glucosamine hydrochloride is something that in a tablet, you can almost rest assured it's going to upset your stomach. So not only do we make sure we deliver it to form, the proper chemical forms to deliver benefits, but I also make sure that it's going to be easy to swallow and it won't upset your stomach, because I've learned, because I read your reviews, I read your feedback, I have learned that if I'm going to make a product that's going to upset your stomach, you'll stop taking it. No matter how beneficial it might be, if it upsets your stomach or it's hard to swallow, you'll stop taking it. I think the fact that most of these products are in big tablets, like big calcium tablets, it's because the people who own those companies or start those companies or run those companies, they don't read their reviews, they don't read the feedback, and they, for certain, don't take their own products. If I made this in a tablet, I couldn't take it. I couldn't use it. Like you, it would upset my stomach. It would be impossible for me to swallow. So I make sure that every product I make doesn't just deliver the benefits you seek, the benefits that the science promises. I read the science. It promises remarkable, incredible benefits. But it's not enough to do that. I have to also make a product that's not going to be difficult to swallow, that will not upset your stomach, that will not repeat on you, or the science doesn't matter. You won't take the product.
Before the show tonight, I came out and was just going through each item and looking at the reviews. Andrew, can I just read these 2 reviews that stuck out to me from earlier?
Sure.
These were so compelling to me. This first one was from Jerry. Life-changing. This is my desert island choice. I would never, ever be without this supplement, as it literally saved my knees 5 years ago. You see, I feel the same way about it. Let me be clear. This is nothing like the supplements you get at the drugstore. This is the sulfate form, which is more expensive and, in my opinion, the only form that actually helps with your joints. Thanks, Andrew. Well, Andrew just showed that with all the research and science. And then last one, this is Kathy in Pennsylvania. She says, I wish I could give it 6 stars. This product is very deserving of 5 stars. At the age of 73, I find it gives me the freedom to walk the city, which I do every day. It also lets me climb stairs. Yes, I said stairs, without difficulty. Thanks, Andrew, for telling us why your product is superior to the average product on the market, worth every penny at this cost. I mean, it says so much from so many, because when you feel a little better, when it feels a little easier, when there's a bit more flexibility, elasticity, it almost feels like anything is possible.
And this product is about 15 cents a capsule. And even if you could find one out there for 7, 8, 9, 10 cents a capsule, what good is that investment if it's not going to deliver benefits? If it's in a form that is inconsistent, absolutely violates the science. With the science and reading the quotes there where the medical journals say to avoid glucosamine hydrochloride, how shameful is it that the majority of the products use glucosamine hydrochloride? They do so just because it's cheaper, it's less expensive. Maybe some of them are just ignorant, they don't know it's not as beneficial. But for those who do know it's not the beneficial form, it's not the form that works, I mean, shame on them. Because the form that the science talks about glucosamine sulfate, if you're going to rely on that science, and that's what people do when they buy a glucosamine product, the ingredient needs to be consistent. It would be like delivering a form of vitamin D that you couldn't absorb, or it'd be like delivering a turmeric product that wasn't absorbable, that didn't offer assistance to absorption. Unfortunately, that's all too frequently done in my industry, that it seems companies have no conscience and they could deliver a product that I see the positive reviews on this, so I know how heartfelt it is when a product works. So how sad is it for companies that deliver a glucosamine product that uses an ingredient that won't deliver benefits? It's really, it's sad.
So we've done glucosamine. We, of course, had our circulation and vein support. Both are today's specials.